in the 2024 WNBA Draft, the Indiana Fever select Caitlin Clark. In the 2024 WNBA Draft, the Indiana Fever select Caitlin Clark. With the first pick in the 2024 WNBA Draft, the Indiana Fever select Caitlin Clark.
Tonight in the City of Dreams, some dreams came true in the WNBA Draft.
For the women selected and for the league itself, the 28th WNBA season this coming summer will be its most anticipated ever, thanks to one person in particular. You just heard Kathy Engelbert mention her name. In one of the worst kept secrets in recent hoops history, as you just heard, the Fever selected Caitlin Clark with the first overall pick, giving a franchise that has missed the playoffs the last 7 years the most relevant and buzzed about group in the entire league. How relevant? Out of 40 regular season games in the WNBA, the Fever will be on national TV 36 times as the journey continues.
I feel like I'm ready for a new challenge. I feel like college was obviously amazing, and you get to a point where it's like, all right, I'm ready for something new, and that's exactly like one of the top reasons I wanted to leave is like you get to play against the best players in the world every single time you step on the floor. It's one of the most competitive leagues, is the most competitive league in the world. Obviously, there's not a lot of spots to go around, so you better bring it every single night you step on the floor. I'm so lucky I get to play with such amazing players and a roster full of a lot of talent. And obviously a post player in my eyes is one of the best post players in the league, one of the best post players in the world. Like, it's just feed Aaliyah the ball all day long. Like, come on now. All this has come with just the person that I am and the player that I've been able to be. And that's exactly how I want to go into the WNBA is don't change anything that I've done. Obviously learn, adapt, find ways to get better. People are going to expose my weaknesses, but that's the amazing thing about it. That's the challenge that I wanted. And I think that's the biggest thing is just rely on the people around me, have a lot of fun, be myself. And that's why I got into basketball, because it's fun at the age of 5. And how lucky am I? It gets to be my job. So I'm just very fortunate.
Much more on her and from the crew in Brooklyn coming up in just a little bit. Let's run through some numbers. Rookie of the Year, it's supposed to be Clark in a runaway. 14 of the previous 27 top overall picks went on to win the award, including her newest teammate, Aaliyah Boston, who she just referenced in terms of feeding the ball to. Lots of eyes are going to be on the Fever. I mentioned 36 of those 40 on national TV. Chris, 2 years ago, they won 5 games. 5 games. And nobody was talking about them. Now they have a South Carolina and Iowa superstar, not on opposite ends of the court for once, but as teammates. And they play 40 games, so they're expected to be about a 500 team. So even with the star power and prowess of Clark, they're looking at the Fever to be about a 21-22 win club. One more number for you, Chris, in a shocking development. Ticket prices are now going through the roof. Her first regular season game, mark it down, at Connecticut, May 14th, ESPN2. Her home debut, a couple days later, the New York Liberty will be in town. The atmosphere at a Fever pitch out in Indiana, a staggering 17,000 fans, tickets scanned to watch at the watch party. Thousands of people cramming into a building in the Midwest to watch Caitlin Clark. Nothing new there. This is the franchise's 25th anniversary. And Chris, as you can tell, they are kicking off number 25.
What a scene. They seem so shocked. Not really. This class, though, has more than one potential superstar. Look no further than Cameron Brink at 2 to the Sparks. Brink can defend the rim, winning 3 Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year awards. In her career, she was the only Division I player averaged 15, 10, and 3 blocks last season. The Sky, they're ecstatic to take home the reigning champ, Camila Cardoso, at number 3. After coming off the bench for her first 2 years in South Carolina, Cardoso blossomed this season. She led the Gamecocks in scoring and rebounding while pacing the SEC in field goal percentage. Speaking of champs to the Sky, Angel Reese also heads to Chicago, going 7th overall. Reese took home SEC Player of the Year this season on her way to an AP All-American selection. She was just one of 5 players to average 18 points, 10 boards. Here's Angel after hearing her name.
Just being able to be authentic, and people love me because who I am. I have those tough conversations. I say things that a lot of people are scared to say, and take that scary step. I took a scary step of faith going to LSU, not knowing what could happen, and look how my life has completely changed. So being able to just believe in yourself, trusting yourself, and have an amazing team behind me is great.
Here's how the rest of the first round shaped up. Rakia Jackson went 4th overall to the Sparks, and UConn's Aaliyah Edwards was taken 6th to the Mystics. 3 of the final 4 picks of round 1 were international players, marking just the 4th time in draft history that there were that many first-round international players, Zubin.
Back to more WNBA conversation. Big night, draft night, big night for Caitlin Clark. Already got the 4th shortest odds to win an MVP in her rookie season. I was just talking to our guys. These odds are changing as we speak. A lot of action on Caitlin Clark all night long. Only one rookie has won the MVP in her rookie year, Candace Parker with the Sparks. Back in 2008, this group saw all 36 women get selected.
The energy in Brooklyn for this draft, just incredible. Fans lining up for hours waiting to see Caitlin Clark and her new teammate, Aaliyah Boston. Caitlin making sure she captures the day with pictures of her family and pictures with fellow members of her draft class. Angel Reese, Cameron Brink, all of them part of the first round of this 2024 draft with Caitlin Clark, the first overall selection. We have all been anticipating this moment. We knew it was a formality, but it comes, it's here, and Caitlin Clark selected number 1 overall to the Indiana Fever.
And it couldn't be a more perfect fit for both Caitlin Clark and her future teammates with the Indiana Fever. This is a young woman who averaged 9 assists per game her senior year. She has velocity, accuracy on her passes. Here, this is Hannah Stuelke running the floor. This coming season, if I'm Nalissa Smith, I'm getting in the best shape of my life because she could be a rim runner, getting those passes. Look at the velocity, the accuracy on this pass right into the shooter's pocket. If you're a great catch-and-shoot player like Kelsey Mitchell, like Katie Lou Samuelson, you are going to thrive with Caitlin Clark making these passes. Here's another one. Right hand, one-handed pass over to the corner in the shooting pocket. The shooter is wide open. Again, Katie Lou Samuelson, Kelsey Mitchell, they are going to thrive in that. And here in the pick-and-roll game, it's Hannah Stuelke again, but in a couple of weeks, it will be Aaliyah Boston, another elite finisher at the rim. So excited to see how Caitlin fits with her new teammates.
It's an analyst's dream for Caitlin Clark to be on this team and to think about her connection with Aaliyah Boston and the basketball IQ that those two players have and that 1-2.
She's not going to come out here and average 30 points on the best, women's league in the world, but she's going to be really damn good. I'll tell you that. But the thing is, she got to be prepared for it and be ready for night in and night out that she's going to be playing against somebody just as good as her. And she's going to have a target on her back. You heard what Taurasi said. I mean, it's kind of like almost, I wish, some of the older players, retired and current players would embrace this because look what she's done to the women's game. She's uplifted it. Skip, you watched the draft. Come on for the first time. Like, you're going to watch her first game. When she plays, I'm going to watch.
Did you not watch her last 3 college games?
Yeah, absolutely.
You just did.
And I never done that.
You
before.
did.
I never watched the girls' game until the Final Four.
Yeah.
We started watching from first round that she played. So, they got to embrace this somehow, the older players, retired players, because of what she's done for the game, for the girls' basketball game. Now, it's just more captivating having a girl like this who's done some of the things she's done. Will she dominate? I think she's going to be an all-star. I mean, I don't know if there's that dominant for a rookie. I think she'll be an all-star. I'm definitely going to try to go to some games personally, just live. So I hate that we give her the criticism or the
Ball don't lie, the ball don't lie, ayy.